So it is Tuesday night, and sometimes I buy a wine and, and I want to absolutely love it. Doesn't always happen. And sometimes maybe you add a little bit more credit to the wine based on price or what you want it to be or what you think it's going to be or the reputation or the score. But throwing all that away, I want this wine, I'm going to try right now, from a Corvin, to be great. All the other ones I've had from this winery so far, all the wines from this winery I've had so far have been great, beyond great. So we'll see how this one is. So this is another Hatzidakis Greek white Assyrtiko from Santorini, about $50. This is the 2019. So what's so special about this? Nyxtepi, meaning nighttime, or something about night. I'm not sure the direct translation, but first of all, it's 15% alcohol, very high for a white. It's much more golden than I expect on Assyrtiko. Assyrtiko can almost be a little whitish and not as deep gold as this. This is a more of like a pale yellow. This is a deeper gold. And over matured Assyrtiko, picked, stored in a cold room overnight, or they even pick them at night. Skin contact for 12 hours, and then matured in French oak for 12 months. So I don't know if it's new oak or not, doesn't really specify. So an oak, Assyrtiko, overripe Assyrtiko grapes. So we'll see what we get out of it. I'm starting to detect either the Hatzidakis flavor profile, the aroma, or maybe more about Assyrtiko because I've had so many this summer, the most I've had this summer, or in the last 12 months, let's say. 12 months, because I had a bunch last summer. So over the last 12 months, I've had more Assyrtikos, variety of Assyrtikos that I've ever had in my life. It has a bit of a Riesling aroma, like a petrol. Slight petrol, slight rubber, lemon pith, pineapple core. Do I detect any oak? Maybe like a brown butter. The slightest aroma of a brown butter, a cooked butter. So I guess that would be the oak. It's more lemon custardy than getting a little more lemon custard out of it now. It smells sort of viscous. We'll see, there's a lot of aromas, none of which would steer me to Assyrtiko, but who knows? Only one way to find out. It's really nice on the palate. That is what you would call like a medium plus bodied white. There's a lot of texture to that. It's got to be the oak, it's got to be the skin contact, it's got to be the overripe Assyrtiko. This has acidity, but it's not ultra high like most Assyrtikos are. It's a great wine. It's a great wine. I am glad this is good. I was a little nervous with the aroma. I was feeling like it might be a little too acidic, but then a little too, I don't know what I expected from the aroma. Maybe a little bit too rubber ball. The aroma hinted at me like that Piemonte white wine that I didn't like from the Timoroso grape, which I just didn't like it. This doesn't taste anything like that. This has a lemon custard on the palate. There's a creaminess. It's mouth coating. The acidity is absolutely there. This also has a delicious factor. Pineapple cores on the palate too. Get a little bit of star fruit, confit lemon custard. I'd say a little white peach too. The flesh of a white peach. This is terrific. This is a great white wine. I love it. I absolutely love it. I wanted to love it, so I'm glad I do. $50. But, you know, like I wanted to love that other white from Piedmont, I didn't. just didn't. This is tremendous. This is definitely one of the best Assyrtikos I've ever had. I don't remember I was watching a video where I did the Luros when I had it with the Uni, and I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5. It was definitely different than this, but this is fantastic. This could go with so many dishes. What's amazing about this is this could easily go on its own too. You drink this on its own. I've said it before about Assyrtiko, the $20 ones, the Cigalas ones that I've had. I feel like they need food, a nice grilled fish. This could go on its own. It could go amazing with food, the grilled fish, octopus, squid, calamari, you name it. Some type of white fish, scallops, shrimp. This would be amazing. It's great length, medium plus length. For a white wine, it's got like a medium plus body, great texture. Medium plus acidity. It's like medium plus everything. And it's got a delicious factor. It's got a creaminess on it that I really like. The creaminess balancing with that acid is awesome on this wine. It's good. I'll be hard pressed not to want more of these, but the $50 price range, sort of have to be a little bit careful. Something else I'll be having, well, been having. I only had a Corvin of this. The other thing, I could feel the heat. There's definitely, I could feel the 15%. It's in balance, but you could kind of feel it a little bit. Maybe that's where some of the weight comes from, is that alcohol. I got to remember that. But either way, it's a textured white. So here's Working Dog's Estate Rosé. I think it's mostly Chambourcin, which is not my favorite grape. Actually, it's a French hybrid, which I really dislike. But this rosé is fantastic. $20, and it screams fresh strawberries. Just screams fresh strawberries. It is a delicious rosé, and I don't love rosés. I really like this one. This might be one of the best ones I've had from them. Top 2 that I've had from them. Yeah, I mean, it screams sweet, fresh, picked strawberry. Walking through a strawberry patch. But there's no sweetness. There's no sugar in here. It's a dry rosé. But gosh, it's got an amazing aroma. The aroma is maybe better than the taste. But the taste is great too. So yeah, compare here. Less body, acid, a little less acid. It may be close. A little less length. You know, $50, $20. I don't know what the alcohol is on this. It's got to be lower for sure. 13%. But fantastic for $20. Rosé is just this category that I'm not absolutely in love with. I do like having them with barbecue food. I think it goes really well. It complements the smoke. And then just in the summer barbecue, you know, it's tough to have a burger with red wine in the heat at a pool. It's hard to have a burger with white wine. Rosé just kind of fits it better. There's not, rosé is more like white than it is like red. So, but there's just a little bit of the red. It changes the profile just enough to enjoy that burger by the pool. And barbecue for sure, which I typically do in the summer because of the low and slow process. So, 2 great wines, totally different. Greece, New Jersey, Assyrtiko, French hybrid, and I think Cab Franc's in there too. Typically, their estate rosé out of Working Dog is typically Cabernet Franc. I think this one they told me has a little extra Chambourcin in it. I'd have to check on their website if they even put it, but if I didn't know any better, I would think this is a riper, dry Riesling. That's what I would guess this as. I don't guess Assyrtiko if I'm tasting a white wine blind ever. Not that I blind taste all that much, although I'd like to, just for fun. But I don't think I'd ever guess Assyrtiko. If I did, it's got to be like one of the Cigalis ones. It's like such a razor sharp acidity, and it almost takes the enamel off my teeth for me to kind of go to that direction. This reminds me of like a Trucken dry Riesling from overly ripe Riesling grapes, not picked early, picked late, but then vinified totally dry, like no residual sugar left. That's what this reminds me of, and I love that style. That's probably why I love this wine. So yeah, because there's more of those petrol and some of that coming out here. All right, 11 minutes just to talk about 2 wines. Have a good night.